Hi there, welcome back to Journey to 30. My name is Mo. I'm a hairstylist and studio suite owner in Central New York, sharing all things beauty and lifestyle here on the internet. This series explores different ways of building solid foundations for our lives as we move through adulthood. I am bringing you on my journey to level up my life as I approach my 30th birthday and share what I've learned during this process so that hopefully you can take away some of these tips and level up your life too. Now, this is the second video in the series, so you might want to pause, head over to this video here and watch the first one. As I continue to progress with these, I will have an entire playlist on my channel, so be sure to subscribe and check that out. Today, we are talking about relationships. Personal relationships, intimate relationships, friendship, relationships with ourselves. And to kick it off, we're gonna start with our most important relationship, which is the one we have with ourselves. When you're good with yourself, you will see improvements in your mental health, self-esteem, confidence, stress management, and even your relationships with others. You could say that your relationship with yourself is the foundation for all of your other relationships. In an article from Psych Central, Simon Koger, a licensed marriage and family therapist, grief counselor, and owner of Koger Counseling, writes, "It can sound funny to have a self relationship because society does not teach us to have one, but it is important to constantly be thoughtful towards your self relationship because it affects all other aspects of your life. For example, being critical of yourself can affect your self-esteem, causing you to feel bad about yourself regularly. A lack of self-esteem can make you retreat or avoid family and friends. Alternately, it can cause you to develop a lack of boundaries with other people, allowing toxic relationships into your life. Over time, this can affect your relationships and friendships, as well as sabotage your confidence at work or your desire to go after your goals in life. A negative self-relationship can hold people back from pursuing goals that are within their reach because they stop themselves from trying," says Kara Nassar, a licensed professional counselor from Austin, Texas. Over time, this negative self-relationship and its impact on your self-esteem and behavior can have lasting impact on your mental health, leading to increased stress, depression, anxiety, and social anxiety. So how do you establish a good relationship with yourself? Of course, this isn't a straightforward answer, but establishing a good relationship with yourself comes from nurturing yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, aka self-care. Physical care is kind of an obvious one. Eat right, exercise, and just move your body to feel good. As Jen Gottlieb writes in her book, Be Seen, there is nothing that a walk can't fix. Sometimes to get out of your head, you just gotta move your body. Your mental health and how you care for it is also crucial to how you perceive the world around you. If you see everything as bad, then your world is bad. If you can see the good in things, your world's pretty good. Positive self-talk and mindfulness are the backbone of mental health. Start with an affirmation practice or meditation. Actually, I was listening to Pretty Basic recently. It'll be linked below. I was listening to one of the Pretty Basic episodes recently, and they had Mimi Bauchard on, who is the creator of Activations, which is a seamless way to incorporate affirmation and a meditation-like practice into your life super easily. Be sure to check out the podcast episode when you're done watching this video to learn more about that incredible platform if you're looking for a way to implement affirmations or a meditative practice into your routine. Gratitude practice is another amazing way to strengthen your relationship with yourself. Instead of being doom and gloom all the time, either start or end your day by writing out the things you're grateful for. There are so many ways you can do this. You can take pen to paper or just put it in your notes app on your phone. It could be a list, sentences, a paragraph, 3 things a day, no repeating things after you've written them down. Whatever works best for you, just do it. And be sure to read your list back and let it sink in. How do you feel? Embracing being alone is also a super important piece of the relationship with yourself pie. Experiencing alone time reduces stress, increases self-awareness, enhances creativity, improves focus and productivity, improves emotional regulation, and offers a chance to recharge and prioritize without external pressures. And you can deeply reflect on your thoughts and feelings, which brings us to the last part of the relationship with self, which is the emotional piece. You are more open to self-awareness and acceptance when you're right in your emotions. You understand healthy boundaries and how to set them. And honestly, this is where professional intervention can come into play. I am always a huge advocate for therapy and will proudly say that utilizing therapy for this portion is never a bad idea. Not quite there. Journaling could be a good first step to help you kind of work through your thoughts and emotions. Sometimes just getting it out and then rereading it back just helps you really put things into perspective. It's especially eye-opening when you read it back and realize that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. There are so many amazing resources on Pinterest, or one of my favorite resources, which is the downloads tab on the We're Not Really Strangers website. If you are not familiar with We're Not Really Strangers, it is a relationship building card game series that has expanded into an overall mental well-being and connection movement. It's really cool, and I will also have it linked below for you to check out. Okay, so now you're right with yourself. Let's move outward to our relationships with others. Communication, mutual respect, and understanding are the foundations of a strong relationship. And again, this goes with anything from family members or intimate relationships, your partner, your best friend, anything. Communication is the foundation of our relationships, and a major part of being a good communicator is being an active listener, avoiding judgment and criticism. Now, that doesn't mean being a pushover or not having accountability, but we'll get to that later. Mutual respect and trust come from being reliable and being consistent in your actions, respecting other people's boundaries just as much as you would expect them to respect yours, and being honest with your intentions. Have you ever been guilty of the old, oh, we should totally get together, but you really have no intention of getting together with somebody, especially like it's a random one-off person you went to high school with, and every time you run into each other, you say, oh, we gotta catch up soon, but like you really don't mean it. No, if it's intentional, be intentional. Everyone can see through that BS, you know? Showing kindness for your friends, family, or partner, respecting their opinions and perspectives, even if you don't agree with them, and avoiding belittling and putting others down are also important traits of good relationships. Now, part of being reliable and intentional is also prioritizing quality time together, and then also being present and engaged during that time. Also, like expressing interest in someone's hobbies. This doesn't mean you have to like piggyback off of it and also participate in the hobbies, but you know, to show interest in it, ask them questions about it, ask them how it's going. People really appreciate when you're thoughtful and engaging with them. This also opens the door for you to offer emotional support and be a safe space for vulnerability. It's important to be each other's biggest cheerleaders, supporting goals and aspirations, and encouraging personal development and self-reflection. Arguments and disagreements just come with the territory of relationships. Given the current climate, we all know how true that can be, but how you handle conflict is important. Having proper communication to address issues and working together to find a solution rather than placing blame on one person or the other. It's also important to compromise and apologize when necessary. Now, that doesn't mean you always have to do that, but sometimes you do. Relationships aren't easy, but with the right nurturing and care, it can be a little bit easier. Full disclosure, since becoming a business owner in 2023, I have let a lot of my relationships suffer and fall to the wayside, and I really want to prioritize fixing that moving forward. I'm somebody who keeps my circle small, so not nurturing those relationships has actually made me like not feel so great. I'm really excited to be intentional about improving all of the relationships in my life and seeing the impact that being more active, intentional, and implementing the right boundaries where needed has on overall life. Share with me in the comments down below which type of relationship you would like to improve this year. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads, and be sure to check out my shorts to see how I take action in this area of my life real time. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.